Life Masters.
Mit Jim und Clarkson.
I can smell you.
Oh, hell yeah. Damn, that's a good way to start out a show. How y'all doing? I'm Jim Clarkson. We are the Life Masters. This is a show where two guys with a very long-running movie podcast decided that we should answer questions to online advice columns as though they were directed to us.
It's a lateral move, but
yeah, it's our way of life coaching, and it's fun as shit. If you like what we're doing here, please rate and review us on iTunes. Check us out at www.thelifemasters.podbean.com. You want to hear us talk about movies? It's the Film Thugs on iTunes, where you can also rate and review us for that. And go to www.thefilmthugs.com. Mm-hmm. If you have a question for us, we're on Twitter and Facebook at The Life Masters. You can email thelifemasters@gmail.com or call us at 512-666-RANT.
you cannot escape our presence.
Yeah. We're also on Skype at _film_thugs. We're all over the place. We are international, baby. Mm-hmm. This week, we are answering, well, not this week, today, for this show, we're answering a question I titled, It's All About Me.
She wrote back, huh?
Yeah, this is all of them. Dear Life Masters, I need help. I feel like I've dug myself in a hole and I don't know how to get out. About 4 months ago, I separated from my husband. It was very difficult, but I made some demands. 1, for him to get help for his long-term chronic depression, and 2, for us to go to marriage counseling. I actually thought he wouldn't agree to it. I had made the demand before and he hadn't, so this time I had a deadline. If he didn't meet it, and he didn't meet it, so I left. It was amazingly difficult to walk out the door from my partner of 19 years. I've grown up with him, but I feel like he doesn't support me. I feel as if I'm in purgatory. I'm in this limbo where nothing is happening. Well, we are in counseling. He had seen his own, but stopped when we started going to counseling together. But our counselor has told him to seek more serious mental health care. The hard part is I still see him. We connect once in a while, and after each session, he talks about how he's feeling more positive about things. But we are supposed to check in, and we haven't been. Meanwhile, I've started seeing my old lover. I need to mention that I was caught cheating 3 years earlier. He's a sweet man who treats me like a goddess both in and out of the bedroom, but his life is complicated. He's divorced because of his relationship with me, with a complicated custody agreement for his 8-year-old. I don't know if I could be with him, but I know I can't while my marriage is essentially on hold. Now, a new man has entered my life, and I really want to get to know, but I can't. I've lied to him about how far along my separation is to try and keep him around. I feel like I'm self-destructing. I'm using these men as distractions. I can't even start the conversation to tell him I've decided that I do want to end the marriage. I go to our house, watch television with him, and not talk. We don't communicate, even though we are learning how. I don't know what to do. Participation in therapy was supposed to help me be more assertive and voice my marriage and voice my feelings without being afraid of hurting him. This is exactly what the last 4 years of our marriage have been. If I do something to make him happy without me, he makes me feel guilty. I know it's emotional blackmail. The marriage counselor even acknowledged it. My mental state cannot take this anymore. I've read and reread both Contemplating Divorce and Too Good to Leave, Too Bad to Stay, and have come to the same conclusion several times. I need to end it, but I don't know how. So just to clarify, you're cheating on your mentally ill husband and broke up a family with an 8-year-old child and strung your new lover along.
Well,
Okay.
Here's what you do. You need to get yourself a lawyer
Yeah.
and divorce this one poor bastard
Uh-huh.
so he can find whatever remaining happiness he can find in
Yes.
his life with whomever or no one.
Yes.
You can keep on fucking whomever you're fucking because his life's already the shambles anyway, but I don't recommend marrying him because neither one of you are good at that.
Nope.
And this other poor schlub, cut him the fuck loose before it gets any deeper.
Yes. You want
I
to
missed anything?
No. You want to have your cake and eat it too, and to have his cake and eat it too, and his cake and eat it too.
Yes.
Essentially, to boil it down, you are a completely dishonest and untrustful or trustworthy person who feels everything is entitled to them.
Yes.
This poor guy who's coming along with you, you're lying to. Okay, let's be honest. You are beginning a relationship with a lie.
Yeah.
You have another marriage you destroyed.
Yes.
Because you had to have someone else's husband.
Yes.
You already had your own. You had to have somebody else's. And somehow you're not equating this with being a thing you did wrong.
Right.
Okay, fine.
You didn't have the decency to fuck somebody who was single.
No, No, you went for a married guy.
Yeah.
Then that marriage fell apart, and now you're having a little rough time, and you're going, you are an emotional leech.
Yes.
You're a parasite.
Yeah.
This is the only time that you will ever have that exact statement said in an advice show. You are a
Bulgarian, you fuck.
You are
the leading asshole in the state.
You are a fucking horrible person.
Yeah, you're not good at this whole person thing.
Yeah. Get divorced. First off, let that man go.
First up.
Stringing somebody along.
Yeah.
You have wanted to divorce this guy for a long time. When you gave an ultimatum that by your own admission you did not expect him to meet.
Right.
I gave him an ultimatum and I didn't think he'd meet it. Your words.
Right.
So what you're saying is, I had a chance to end the marriage, and so I tried to find a way to make it his fault.
Right. Yes.
He didn't play ball. He wouldn't let it be his fault.
Right.
He put forward the work.
Son of
So
a bitch.
suddenly you didn't have a reason to just cut ties. You had to, So now I'm going to go fuck this other guy who you just tornadoed through his life before.
Yeah.
And now you're like, oh, he treats me so good. Yeah. Great. Then stick with him. And here's how I know you're not serious about the guy who treated you like a goddess. You got a third one.
Yeah.
If
Real
he
goddess.
treated you like a goddess and made you feel good about yourself.
What is criterion of goddess?
Yeah.
He held the door for me.
Yeah.
We went to the spaghetti warehouse. He's a prince. A prince.
He is a Prince Monk Man, and you will never understand what it takes to be a man like him.
He gave me the shocker. I've never felt that way in my life. I want you to put the finger there.
Boosh. Let it go, lady.
God
You're now going on to how many more lives can I destroy? Let it. Okay, if this new guy is great, you need to say, look, you're going to be honest, because otherwise you're starting another relationship based off lies.
You're not
and
gonna
that's going to
start
fall
now,
apart.
so.
Yeah, you're not going to. You don't want advice. You want somebody to say what you're doing is okay. What you're doing is okay. You need to take care of yourself because the heart wants what it wants.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That classic.
Oh, that is a chestnut.
It is.
You're an asshole. Do what you're going to do anyway, which is
Yeah.
probably see how many dicks you can put on that shelf on your mantle,
Yep.
how much you can have stored up. A good person will put another person ahead of them.
Right.
You're not that. You're not gonna. You're just.
You're not
gonna-
completely without. I mean, you're not completely.
Yeah,
blame-
you're not a
I mean,
monster, but-
your husband
Yeah.
probably should have dumped your ass when you had
very-
an effect with the goddess person.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
Whatever. The other dick.
Yes.
He should have cut you loose back then.
Yeah.
But the poor sad bastard couldn't.
Nope.
It probably has led to his depression
Yeah.
because he feels less than a man for not cutting you loose, kicking your ass to the curb.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be the best for
Curves.
him.
Yeah.
Best for you.
Yeah.
Best for whomever. Just fucking stop.
Yeah.
You need to buy a horse
Yeah.
and move to the mountains and stop ruining people's lives.
Right, you are-
Give it a fucking pause.
Yeah.
And then come back to the world of the living and
Yes.
see who else you can fuck up.
She is just. You are a fucking hurricane.
Holy Jesus.
You are the wrecking ball. Just stop.
Bad,
okay.
bad news.
It's not everything's about you, and you
Yeah.
don't have to make it that way.
Pompous, stuck-up, snot-nosed, English, giant, twerp, scumbag, fuckface, dickhead, asshole.
How many wrecking balls have you met like this? Jesus. Well, I think that sums this one up
Away with you.
as much as we can, you parasitic whore. Check us out next time. I think instead of waiting until post-credits, I'm just going to say, join us next time for something called Adios, Mi Mama. That'll be a fun time. Bye-bye.
So I want you to know that, Creed.
What an awful fucking person.
Awful.
Oh my God. Every dick's gonna be mine. No. You want to talk about Slimer in the hot dog cart? Jesus.
There it is.